Welcome back to BeamNG Drive Crash Doctor TV. We're looking at the brand new Soliad Wendover, released in update version 0.22. I have a video on that. Make sure to check it out if you didn't already. This was a massive update and there's so much to cover, and we're going to do a video just for this car. Let's go ahead and click on it. The Soliad Wendover, if you read the changelog, it's a luxury division of Bruckle, and this is actually kind of a sister car built on the same platform as the Legrand. So it's a little more sporty and a little more luxurious, but it is related to the Legrand. And there's two different generations. The facelifted one is pretty cool. It has hidden headlights, and there's many trim levels with different engines, including a 4-cylinder, two V6s, and of course a V8. And they're all transverse mounted, front wheel drive with all-wheel drive possible as well. And for the end, we will save the FAT, the F-A-T-T, which is definitely a nod to the KITT car, K-I-T-T, from the famous Knight Rider series. We will check that out at the end, so stay tuned for that. But let's start out with the base models. These are the low models of the car, and you can see both generations right next to each other. So to our right is the first generation, and to our left is the facelifted model that was eventually phased out in 1995. These are base models with hubcaps and steelies, just simple, naturally aspirated 3.3 liter V6s. They sound the same, as they are pretty much the same underneath, with the newer one just being updated on the outside. You can see the brake lights are different. Yeah. But which model do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. I like both, but I have to give it to the facelifted one. I am a sucker for hidden headlights. You see the normal ones over there, and then look at these bad boys. Oh yeah, super cool on the facelifted model, so I would have to give the edge to that one for looks. Interior wise, we're looking at a pretty similar ball game here. They both have that awesome retro digital overload interiors. Super cool. This was very prominent in the 80s. Kind of looks like a fighter jet. Some people love it, some people hate it. I personally love it. I think it's awesome and goofy, and yeah, they probably didn't age well in real life, but I think they're very cool, very retro. Well, I suppose we should take it for a drive. That's what they're meant for. This is the base model. Very simple inside. 3.3 liter V6, not very powerful. Front wheel drive. As you can see, we're floored. It's not the fastest car in the world, and it's a little floaty, which I personally like. So it won't handle the best, but it's pretty fun to drive, I will say that. And then, of course, being BeamNG and a new release, you gotta test it out crashing. That's the ultimate test of whether this new car is ready, right? So we're gonna go ahead and throw it into a wall like this. And the crashing in this update is very good in my experience so far. It's never been bad. This game is known for its crashing, but I feel like it's very realistic in this one. And we have lost power to our front axle, so we'll go ahead and reset. Let's do a backwards crash right at this pole. Oh yeah. And if we reset because we're stuck, look at that. Totally smashed, but being front engine, front wheel drive, we can keep going. Oh yeah, now we've obliterated it. So yeah, we're not driving now, but very realistic crashing. Seems to do well. How about that muffler sticking out the rear quarter glass? Wow, can you imagine? That's your muffler right there. Maybe that'll be the style someday. Starting a trend. And now we're back at the older one. I suppose we'll take that for a crash. Oh yeah. Yeah, she crashes pretty good as well. Alright, and with that being said, let's hop into some of the other variations. We won't cover them all. I don't want it to be an hour-long video. But the 3300 is the base. And then this one is just a step above, a little nicer with the larger, naturally aspirated 3800 V6. Very reminiscent of GM, especially Buick. You have a mid-trim, but it has the big boy engine, the 4.4-liter V8, probably comparable to like a North Star V8. And then you have the facelifted models, and you do have a Sport model, a Sport S. So let's try a Sport S. And this is not supercharged, although they do have that right here. Let's just try the regular Sport S, the facelifted one. Let's go for like a red. Oh yeah, get a look at that. Pretty sharp vehicle. Red overload, and it's got dark gray mesh wheels. Kind of cool. And now this one, oh yeah, this one spins the tires a little better than that base model did. And this is not even supercharged. But the 3.8 has some good power in it, and this one has some nice wood trim on the inside. Make you feel better that you probably spent, you know, $5 more than the other guy that bought the base model. Nothing like some wood stickers on the inside. And yeah, this one feels a lot faster. We got to 100 relatively quick. Feels like it still has room to pull. And it's a little tighter on handling, not much. It is a Sport model. See if I can save it. Oh, I did. We did save it. I mean, front wheel drive, you can kind of pull off some crazy maneuvers when you spin out at high speeds. Pending that it's dry, of course. And I suppose that I didn't see that wall. Oh, yeah. Wendover can flip, confirmed. How about that, huh? Let's flip it on its wheels, shall we? Right there. Oh no. Is this hard to flip over or what? There we go. And we're missing some doors. Well, missing one door. And it is a 2-door luxury coupe, so it's still powering on. And we still, let me check inside. Oh yeah, we still got our wood paneling inside, our wooden stickers, so we're feeling all right about ourselves. You know, we have a good insurance on this thing. And look at this thing do some off-roading. All right. How about that? The durability is decent because we had a pretty bad crash, and now we're off-roading, and we're still going. Ooh, that was a rough one. Our wheels are facing all sorts of directions now. And now we're stuck. And now we are at the racetrack. Let's pick something really sporty. We'll go with the facelifted Sport SE 3800. And this has a top-of-the-line sport model with sport suspension, a body kit, and a supercharged 3.8-liter V6. It weighs 3,627 pounds. And this bad boy has 266 foot-pounds of torque and 219 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds. Top speed of 144. Let's go. All right. And look at this. Looks pretty mean. And has an interesting exhaust note. Now, this sounds different than an NA 3.8-liter we just drove. It's pretty muffled, but has some pops going on. And I had no idea this was a stick shift. I just grinded first gear. Hardcore. Let's get a look at that. Yes, it is a stick. And we got more wood grain in there. This is a fancy man's car right here. Oh, yeah, and she spins the tires. You can lay some patches down in first and second in this bad boy right here. Wow, a luxury sport coupe with a manual and a supercharged V6. Not a bad formula. And how does it handle? Well, the brakes seem a little better. It definitely plows into the turns, being that it is front-wheel drive. I don't think too much magic they could do at the engineering with the tuning. I don't think they could fix the fact that it's front-wheel drive. It is just going to plow pretty much no matter what. So, you know, having better tires and suspension helps, and yes, it feels a little more poised, but I'm not gonna lie, this thing is gonna plow off of the turns quite often. And I think, oh no, that was just an S-curve. Okay, so we're reaching 120 miles on this long straightaway. I don't have confidence that we're gonna be able to brake, but we're gonna treat it like we're in a full-on race car, and we're gonna brake now. And I'll be darned, it actually slowed down in time. That was kind of a late braking, so yeah, this is sporty. It is sporty, I'll give it that. It's got some good brakes, and it handles decent for what it is, but of course it plows. And then stuff like that happens. And then you gotta call a tow truck because we're done. Okay, and then of course we come to the king of the crop here, the Wendover Sport SE 4400 V8. And this thing has 347 foot-pounds of torque, 252 horsepower, and look at that. That is a beauty. We're going to load it up in blue. I'll keep that factory color. Front-wheel drive, supercharged V8. I did not realize it was supercharged. Wow. Sport suspension and not much else. Seat of your pants stuff this is. Yes, I imagine so. And this is the first gen, the pre-facelift. And look at that thing. Wow, very nice. And this is a transverse mounted supercharged V8 under the hood of this thing. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Oh yeah, take a look at that. That is crammed under there, isn't it? Always weird to have transverse mounted V8s in cars that are front wheel drive, but hey, they're out there. Bet it does a mean reverse donut. Yes, it does. Always thought these cars were weird, people that buy front-wheel drive V8s. I mean, it's just odd, you know, who picks this over, you know, like a Camaro or a Challenger or something. Or, you know, a Mustang. It's not like they're expensive. All right, now I would love to test something. I'm going to do a couple drag races. We're going to do our Sport SE, so our supercharged V8, and we're going to race against the normal V8 and see how much that the V8 supercharged helps over, say, the regular one. How bad is it going to be? And off the line, they were about the same there, but once we hit second, we are pulling away. We're running 9 pounds of boost. And yes, the supercharger really helps. 14.4 at 98 miles per hour versus a 16 flat, basically at 86. So yeah, you gain about 1.5, almost 2 seconds when you spend extra money and get your supercharged V8. And now I would like to see the regular V8 again, but we are going to be in the sport model with the supercharged 3.8 liter V6. Remember that one. So can the supercharged V6 beat the regular V8? And I had a little bit of a late start there, but we're reeling them in. We're past him. So yes, the supercharged V6 is faster than the normal V8. 15.3 at 92, probably could run a 15 flat if I had a better start, versus the 16 again on the regular V8 Wendover. Okay, now we're going to go back to the regular naturally aspirated 3.8 liter Wendover, and I'll show you what we're going to race against. And we are going to be racing against the facelifted Legrand. Now remember, these cars, I did say at the beginning, they are related. We are going to go with this one right here. That's a regular V6 3.8 liter. Be fun to race against a wagon, and we'll see who wins. And here we go. Same car essentially, drivetrain wise, but indeed the Sport Coupe with the same drivetrain is kind of way faster than the Legrand. So it comes down to gearing and weight, I'm sure. And this must be better because we were at 16.3 versus at 18 seconds. So yes, the Wendover looks like it's holding its own very well. Oh, excuse me, I was just picking up donuts at the gas station here because we are in our police Interceptor Wendover. How about that, huh? This looks pretty mean. I like this one. And it does have a V8, and it's loud. Wow, that's a loud cop car. Usually they have stock exhaust on there, huh? But yeah, this thing is pretty awesome. Very fast. Has the spotlights on there and the push bar up front, right? Yes, it does. And this is quite a mean machine. And yes, it crashes well. And then, of course, we have the pace car. How about that? I like this edition. These are really cool and unique. You don't see that much in any games. But yeah, that is definitely an 80s pace car, probably from, like, you know, the Indy 500 or something like that. Hold on, I stand corrected. It's from the Belasco 400 in 1990. I should have known better. Uh-oh, and it is a stick shift, kind of weird in a pace car. Gotta admit, we're gonna go across this bridge while we're going 115 miles an hour. Uh-oh. And that is what a pace car looks like wrecked. You don't see that much. And then, of course, we have the rally model. And look at this thing. Kind of a cool livery. It is all gutted inside. Yeah, look at that racing steering wheel. Totally gutted. Door cards removed. And, of course, a fuel cell and a roll cage. Now, it's a little underpowered. But let's see how it does on the dirt track here. This is a punishing track, may I add. So this might be a little extreme. But it grips well. It grips really well in the dirt. I will give it that. Oh yeah, you can throw it into turns. How about that? See? It's actually doing better than I thought it would. And jumps. Well, jumps are rough like that, but it's holding up. So it seems to have the durability down as well. And that was a terrible jump. Landed on the nose. And we're still going. Oh yeah. This thing's doing great. I may have spoke too soon. This thing is doing awesome. Not the fastest, but it seems durable. And it does. It handles really, really well. And there is the rally car. Nice damage. Got the mud flaps. Oh yeah. And here it is. This is the FAT. F-A-T-T. So yes, the FAT stands for Fink Appliances 10,000, and FAT for short. This is the brainchild of an eccentric billionaire who in 1994 set out to create the ultimate law enforcement vehicle, fitted with all the best off-the-shelf performance components from the Bruckle catalog. The FATT features a state-of-the-art 1990s technology, such as iconic strobing radar scanner, digital HUD heads-up display, and a tape player. Although only one FAT was ever produced, it was used in great effect by a lone detective throughout the 90s and early 2000s to bring justice to the streets of Belasco. And what a harrowing story there, with its signature pitch black theme and those awesome wheels. Let's zoom in a little bit. We even got the license plate to match. This thing sure is mean. And there's something missing, right? Ah, right there. You hit the light bar button, and we do have the strobing red radar in front. Super cool. Look at the inside. We even have the steering wheel. How about that? All it's missing is like the little red controls in the center console there, but this thing is awesome. Same color interior as, well, Kit, which is just clearly inspired by. And it is fast. We have a V8. This thing, it handles pretty well. I mean, you're going to have that plow, that front understeer plow. But other than that, it handles good, and it really goes. This feels like the fastest one I've driven yet. Very, very fast. And let's see what happens when you hit this. Yes, we have nitrous. How about that, huh? Oh yeah. That nitrous is fast. Holy crap. We're in pursuit. We're in pursuit. Oh no. Yes, wow. So one difference would be that this does sustain damage well. Well, Kit had some sort of a shield or force field that allowed him to be near indestructible. So tribute to a car we all know and love. And that's pretty much it. That is a quick overview. That is obviously not every trim level, but that is a good idea of what this car is all about. I think they did an excellent job. I think it looks good. And who wouldn't want another car in BeamNG Drive? Something to be excited about for sure, as well as this is part of an excellent update. Okay, and since this is a brand new update, I don't have like any mods installed, so we are going to show you the walk feature, and we are at Cliff Map, which I guess is the best for Ultimate Destruction from the vanilla game. And we're just going to push. We're going to walk mode, and we're going to push this customized Wendover off the cliff. And there it goes. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. I wonder what happens when we walk off the cliff. Uh-oh. This guy is some major leg day here. This guy is like not falling over. That is amazing. Amazing balance. What kind of shoes does this dude have to be walking down a mountain like this? Wow. Oh my God. I can't get back in the car. There. I have to hit the tab button. Well, there's the end, the remnants of this car. We didn't get to see it fall all the way down, so I apologize. But, ooh, look at it. We had some nitrous in the trunk. I wonder if we can hit that still. Can we purge the nitrous? Yes. Yes, we can. That is it for this video. What do you think of the new Wendover? I think it's awesome. And like I said, it's exciting to have a new car in the game. Watch my update video if you haven't. Read the update, play this game. It's awesome. The update is so cool. And like this video if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you hated it. Subscribe for daily BeamNG content. Crash Doctor TV signing out. See you later.